Another day, another sleigh. Am I right? Another day, another long bus journey, and a new hostel, a new place of residence. Here's a really quick room tour because it's tiny. And this is the master bedroom. This is my bed. Am I an absolute loser? Because I'm the only one who's actually made up their beds. Like, I'm a granny. Okay, let me break down the past few days. Picture it like a sandwich. Rainbow Beach is the bread, Fraser Island is the filling. So we did the first night at Rainbow Beach. This allowed us to like pack our little mini bag for going to Fraser Island. And then we got picked up on Friday morning at like I think 8 AM and then we set off to go to Fraser Island. So then we stayed there for 2 nights and we did all the activities on Fraser Island, and then we get dropped back off at the hostel that we stayed in the first night, the Rainbow Beach hostel, and we were there last night. That's a sandwich, so that's what this vlog is. Rainbow Beach and Fraser Island all in one, because it's basically the one trip, because the hostel in Rainbow Beach is your before and after. You get me? I know you get me. I just like to explain this stuff in case people are using this video to see if they should do their tour with Pippies. That's what I've done it with. So the two main ones are Pippies and Dingoes. My adventure project set us up with Pippies, and honestly it was great. I have heard that the Dingoes tour you have to pay $2 to get hot water in your shower. Can you tell I'm a bit on edge? All the beasties. I'm fine. Yeah, I've heard that the Dingoes tour isn't as, not want to say good, but structured maybe as the Pippies one. We had hot running water anyway, and I know that heard that the Dingoes people have been told to pay for their hot water, so take with that as you wish, but I'm sure they're still a great company to go with. I'm just giving my experience of the Pippies one. So let's talk food, right? I'm not a fussy eater, but I suffer really badly with heartburn. Have did since I was about 14, and growing up I finally realised what foods give me heartburn and what foods don't. So see, like carbs, love them to pieces, but I get the worst heartburn. That's why I don't eat a lot of bread and stuff. Like, yeah, I do treat myself sometimes if I take some heartburn tablets before, but I try to avoid it because I know it makes me feel rubbish. I eat a lot of protein and veg and stuff, nothing too heavy, just because I know I won't be in pain. So I was a little worried in case I suffered badly with heartburn over there, because if you suffer with it, you know that you can't really sleep. Like it's hard to lie down. But honestly, I think I only had heartburn once, and it was because of the beans on the breakfast. So the menu that we had was wraps for lunch on the first day, so like ham, beef or tuna wraps. Then it came with like an apple and cookies. So bussin' lunch, let's say that. Dinner that night was a barbecue, again really good, and there was mashed potato with it and gravy and stuff, so it was tasty. Pancakes for breakfast the next morning, pancakes and fruit. I do love a cheeky little pancake. Lunch was a chicken schnitzel burger, and the tour guide in Sydney told me if you walk into any Australian restaurant or pub and they serve food and there's not a chicken schnitzel burger on it, get out. He was like, it's not a real Aussie pub. Everywhere in Australia should be selling chicken schnitzel as a part on their menu. That's just going off of someone born and bred in Sydney, so I'm gonna trust him with my life whilst I'm in Australia. And then dinner that night was a stir fry, which my group cooked, because each car cooked a different meal and did the cleanup, so it was well structured. Breakfast yesterday morning was hash brown, bacon, toast, beans. That's the one I got heartburn on. And then lunch before we left was the same lunch as we had the first day, wraps, fruit and cookies. So the food was good, and I liked that each group had to cook for each other. Our one got a lot of well done guys, well done, so, but it was not really hard to mess up a stir fry, so I don't want to give myself too much credit. Activity wise, we did do loads. You weren't bored, because a lot of people were worried about not having phone signal. I was actually looking forward to having a few days off grid, like zero contact with the outside world. I just loved the digital detox. Like, I'm not on my phone a lot anyway, other than really taking the videos and editing them. Like, I don't spend much time on social media, but yeah, I was excited for that. So there's no phone service whatsoever, so just be aware of that if you are thinking of going say your goodbyes the night before you go, and make sure you tell people, by the way, I'm not going to have any contact, because my dad didn't know I was in Fraser Island and he was messaging the group chat, "Hi Joe, how you getting on?" And my auntie and my mum were like, "She's currently fully remote with no phone signal," and he was like, "Oh, how come I didn't know that?" And they were like, "Well, we've got our blooming agenda and you don't, like, you didn't ask for it." So yeah, you don't want to panic your loved ones. We did loads of stuff. There was lots of like water activities. We swam in lakes and visited creeks and abandoned shipwrecks and stuff, and it was really fun filled. It was my first experience camping. I'm an easygoing person, right? I'm not snobby. So the tent situation for me, it actually was alright, and I did sleep pretty good with both nights. However, I will say one thing, very hot in the tents. It's currently, well, started December now, and it was roasting, so I think it's only going to get hotter, I could imagine. And we had rain during the night, which probably would have cooled it down a bit, but it was still roasting, so pack very light, what I'll say. And our tent had no issues with creepy crawlies, so I thought. 2 girls across from us, they were lovely. They weren't on my tour, they were just themselves. I was talking to them and they were like panicking because they had ants in their tents, and I was like, oh, God bless them, like that must be so rubbish going into a tent with loads of ants in it. Ew, like that's such a shame for those 2 girls. And then right before I got into bed, guess what I did? I quickly just turned my torch on just to see ants everywhere. I was like, what the heck? So I stuck my head in, I was like, girls, I've got the same issue. My tent's crawling with ants. So I used like half my thing of bug spray and just had to I didn't know how to get rid of them. It was at night time. So yeah, be prepared for some creepy crawlies. Snakes, spiders, insects, dingoes, frogs. That's just a small list of the animals I seen whilst I was there. There was loads. I seen all the nature. Shark, I seen a baby shark. Baby shark, do 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 do. It was actually really sad. We were driving along and the tour guide was like, pull up here, this guy's just caught a shark. And it was like, when I say baby shark, it was actually pretty big. It was like that. I don't know if you can see that, but it was big and fully, yeah. Think of like a big shark but smaller. I know you're probably like, that is what a baby is, but yeah, just for your head. And he caught it, and then we walked past and he was pulling out his teeth. And do you know that way, as I do eat fish, but it made me feel really bad, and I was like, that is such a shame for that poor shark, like that baby. And then we don't know if he threw it back in, but why would he take out his teeth if he was going to throw it back in? That's just not really fair. Or he cooked it, we don't know, we drove away, but that was quite sad. So I've actually seen all the animals. I was crapping myself with the dingo situation. If you watch my Noosa vlog, I was talking about it a bit, but they're basically like wild dogs that will attack you. Like, they will. If they're in your presence and you're not cautious, and if you're doing the wrong things that, for say, wind them up unintentionally, they will attack you. And I was crapping it, because you're not allowed to run. If you see a dingo, you can't run, so you have to like stay calm. And obviously in that situation you probably would be crapping it, and your first thought would be to leg it, but you can't do that. It was a really big adventure for Joe, and I'm so glad I can officially say I have camped. I've camped in Australia. I haven't even camped in Scotland, and the creepy crawlies there are like a 0 on the scale compared to the ones in Australia. So if I've conquered that, I can really conquer anything.
perfect view. By the lake, let's rendezvous. Music up, me and you.
It's you and me, baby.
Hit the street, feel complete. IS replay on repeat. Hear the waves, perfect breeze.
Don't feel so
This is the summer of love. Yeah, moving so fast, and it only comes once. So let's take this last. When the summertime comes, we're gonna make it a blast. 'Cause you only live once, so forget your plans. It's the summer, we're gonna party tonight like no other. The best time of our lives, we're getting on it and on it and on it, babe. I know you want it, you want it. Come on, let's play. Sing, sing, la la la, the perfect summer. La 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 la, it's getting hotter. La 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 la, I know you're young. La 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 la, the perfect summer. When the sun goes down and the stars come out, will you remember what it's all about? When the moon is high and the sparks they fly, will you remember what it's all about? Moving so fast and it only comes once, so let's make this last. When the summertime comes, 'cause you know what it is. It's the summer, we're gonna party tonight like no other. The best time of our lives, we're getting on it and on it and on it, babe. I know you want it, you want it. Come on, let's play. Sing, la 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 la, the perfect summer. La 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 la, it's getting hotter. I know you want it.
I just want you for my own. All I want for Christmas is you.
When I come to call, I'm loving angels instead.
But today I am so freaking excited up to tell you what I'm doing. Check out the Rainbow Beach Hostel at 10 AM. We have to be out by 10, but you can leave your bag so you can chill, go to the beach or whatever. The beach is actually really gorgeous here. I didn't see it much on the first day because it was just a sort of dump your case, eat your dinner, shower and pack for Fraser Island, but just took a run along the beachfront this morning and it is gorgeous. They've got beautiful rainbow stairs, which are obviously like a main attraction for tourists here. Man, the nature here, there's so many birds and I've got a phobia of birds. I think that's a cockatoo, I'll show you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is a cockatoo. Do you know the white birds with the green mohawks? Oh god, it's looking at me. Oh my god, thinking it knows I'm filming. What I can't see in here won't hurt me, so I'm just going to face this way. So once we've checked out, we have quite a long day to kill. So I'm going to go to the gym because I can't go before 8 AM because I don't have an Australian mobile number and they send the pass to your mobile, so I have to wait until it's staffed hours and the staff come in at 8. So I'm going to pack my case and stuff and be out of that hostel for 8, and I'm going to go to the library and do bits and bobs for my YouTube because the library is literally a 2-minute walk away from the hostel, which is so ideal. And then at 5 PM, guess what I'm doing? Going on a 14-hour bus. I'm going on a 14-hour bus. See the temptation to actually get a flight to Early Beach instead of the bus. But when we arrive in Early Beach, guess what we've got? We've all got a private room. Oh, do you know what? Love everyone I'm with, but we're all choking for alone time, like proper alone time. Like it's got to that point in the tour where you do just like need to. Whoa, what's been happening after Fraser Island yesterday? I couldn't even speak. I had stuff to do for like my old job, the one I got made redundant for, and I had to send it all to my aunt. I was like, please can you just scan your eyes over this because my brain's going a million miles per hour. Like I was so overstimulated yesterday. I feel a bit better today, and after that run my head's a bit clearer, but it really took it out of me. I'm choking for a bath and like a cosy night on the couch, but a private room in a hostel will have to do for now, and I'm just so excited to be. I'm just gonna zip my case for the fun of it, just just because I can. There's no one to be like creeping around because you don't want to make too much noise. I'm just about entertainment for the night. Hi from Editing Joe. I just went on to end the vlog, but I wanted to jump back in just to say, oh my goodness, I absolutely love it here. I really, really love it here. It is ultimate cute vibes. Every single person I've met has been so lovely, smiley, cheery, like kind. Went to the library and the staff members were amazing. I didn't even need to pay for the library, and everywhere else I've had to pay. It's just major cute vibes. I don't know if it's just a great mood because it's sunny, but it's like home, but like cuter and hot. And the food's good. I just thought I'd jump in and say, if you're planning on travelling the East Coast, don't skip out Rainbow Beach because it's giving me a good feeling. Okay, back to the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you're interested in doing Fraser Island, I hope this gave you a bit more insight into it. It was an amazing experience and I'm so glad I've done it. It's not as scary as TikTok or Google make it out to be because I was crapping myself before I was going. I'm gonna be honest, I was really, really scared, but I was actually walking up and down to the toilet by myself. One thing I will say though, the toilets from the camp are far. Like, it's like a few minutes walk to the toilet, and obviously in the dark it can be scary because you can't see what's around you. But I just pointed my torch down at the floor and I was just walking with my head down. What I didn't see wouldn't hurt me, even though it's the poisonous animals, they would hurt me. But I wasn't thinking like that. So I did a lot of nature wheeze, shall we say, as in just find a bush and squat. And I was saying this to one of the girls, wee is a English term, like I need a wee. We don't say that in Scotland, we say we need a pee. But because I've been around loads of English people, I'm like, oh, I'm going for a wee. I've been saying that now and I was like, it's a pee, I'm going for a pee. I'm a weirdo. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day and I'll be seeing you from my private room if I survive the 14-hour night bus.